looks like silk press season is going to have to last a little bit longer because apparently braiding hair is causing cancer. And shout out to Consumer Reports because they put your favorite braiding hair to the test. Mine too, friend.
Our latest investigation found carcinogens in all 10 products of artificial braiding hair that we tested. Beauty products such as synthetic braiding hair are largely unregulated, and some ingredients are not required to be listed on the package.
Now, Consumer Reports stated that they had tested these 10 braiding hair companies, the most popular ones. Not Shake and Go. I don't think I ever heard of that one. But they tested these 10. And Magic Fingers and Sensational were the two biggest offenders in having carcinogens in their braiding hair. Now, I saw a lot of people in the comments saying that it affects just the person getting the braids, but no, it also affects the hair braider, the person who's actually touching this hair, who's touching the hair just as much as the person getting it installed. Now, after they reached out to Sensational, they put out this statement and said, "We unequivocally stand by the safety of Sensational products, and our company urges consumers to continue to confidently use Sensational products." And then they reached out to Magic Fingers because the other companies didn't have a statement, and Magic Fingers said, "We strongly stand by the safety of our products and the quality materials used to make them," but they don't offer any testing to see what they do. Like, these are overseas companies 10 times out of 10. So we don't know what kind of factory testing they do. And again, when they're overseas, their regulations are a little bit different than ours, even though the Food and Drug Administration does not regulate braiding hair or braiding hair products or most hair care products. Now, in that video, he also goes on to state that they put together this full article. When I read the article, a couple of things stood out to me, but I encourage you to read it for yourself. And first, they stated the testing found heavy metals such as arsenic, mercury, lead, and cadmium. They stated that you are going to be exposed to some of these in some level of degree at the micro level. But they said because you can be exposed to heavy metals in so many ways, it's important to know where they are and to minimize exposure. And they're in your braiding hair. Now, the second portion of this article that stood out to me was a study conducted by the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences. They talk about EDC, which is endocrine disrupting chemicals. And your endocrine system is what balances your hormones. Now, the National Institute states that even low level amounts of the cadmium, arsenic, and mercury, even low levels, can negatively affect immunity, metabolism, puberty in humans, and reproduction. And they saw these tests in mice. It also goes on to say that Black women have been found to have much higher concentrations of many of those endocrine disrupting chemicals. In another study conducted by the Silent Spring Institute, they stated that these chemicals don't operate in isolation, they're operating together. They're sitting on your scalp, referring to the braids. And when something is sitting on your scalp, it can be dermally absorbed. And it doesn't just require heat. It's literally sitting on your head. They also talk about hand to mouth. When you're touching your braids and then you go and eat something, yeah, that's exactly how most of that stuff is going to be transferred through your scalp and through your mouth. During this economic blackout, I really want to encourage Black women to be really cautious about braiding hair and attempt to find alternatives to using these very popular braiding hair companies, because it's literally a matter of life and death.